Hey guys, welcome back into the Stochastic YouTube channel. My name's Jeff Falk, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of no house advantage NBA action for December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. It's one of the best days of the year, but it is a good day because we have a lot of basketball action to talk about. And if you're new to no house advantage is throwing out nice contests, lots of different ways to play there for NBA. There's the versus the house contest, which is where we're taking props from the site, putting them together on our own. Multipliers, you can use 2 to 5 different props in your lineup to get different payouts for the size of your ticket. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. It's a great way to build your bankroll. You can go for those big payouts as well. There's also the pick'em contest on No Advantage. That's where you're more of a DFS style thing. You're taking props, you're putting them in the lineup, and you're playing for big money against other people. And No Advantage does have a big contest for the pick'em contest on Christmas Day. It's a $50K guaranteed, $20K to first, $25 entry there on No Advantage. So you can check that out for Christmas Day, guys. One of their biggest contests of NBA for the year. And if you're new to No Advantage, you can use promo code Stochastic there. Deposit bonus up to $100 now. So they're going to match your first deposit up to $100 if you use promo code Stochastic. Great way to build the bankroll. Fantastic way to try out the site as well. So lots going on at No Advantage. And again, for this slate today, we're going to be talking about in this video for OddsShopper, the pick'em or the versus the house contest. So we're going to be looking at those props, seeing which ones are most advantageous. We're going to use the projections over on Stochastic.com as well to help us out. So smash that like button, subscribe to the OddsShopper YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. Lots of great videos up on OddsShopper after me as well. We cover all the major sports here. So let's dive into it. Let's get to these props on No Advantage for this NBA slate. And let's start with Chris Paul. Let's start with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. Paul back, obviously, a little bit of injury issues and stuff like that, but he's kind of been going through it of late. You know, he's had a couple rough outings, and he's got a 17.5 prop up tonight for his points. And I do like going under on this one. Bit of a tougher matchup against Memphis. We got a close point spread here, but not a huge, implied team total on either side. So Chris Paul, when you look at what he's done over the last little bit, again, not attempting a lot of threes, not really attempting a lot of field goals either. He's gone under this now, this 17.5 prop in 4 of his last 6 outings. So, with the matchup, I think he's going to have his hands full defensively, obviously with both guards there, Bane and Morant healthy for Memphis now. I think Chris Paul's a good under target, and we do have him projected as one of our most solid plays just from an under perspective. So we're going to take the under 17.5 points there on Chris Paul. That one's projecting strongly, like I said, Stochastic.com with those free projections. So we're going to rely on that. But this is a spot I like going under on Paul as well. Closer, slower paced teams, I think, involved here. Good defensive teams. And I think it's just a tough spot for Chris Paul. I don't expect him to explode with a bunch of points. He may look to go over on his assists or something like that, but I like this one for Paul. I like the under. I think 17.5, a bit of an inflated total there. So, all right, let's head to a different game for our second pick. Let's go to the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. Let's talk about Jalen Brunson for a second, because he's got a 1.5 3-point prop tonight, and I like this one. I like going over this one, actually. Brunson doesn't take a ton of threes, but it's a good matchup tonight. The Bulls allow the third most three-pointers in the league. They're just not a good perimeter defending team. A little bit of a faster-paced game expected here for the Knicks. They have a good implied team total of 115 as well. Brunson obviously starting there. And like I said, he doesn't take a ton of three-pointers, Jalen Brunson, but he's actually pretty efficient if you look at his game log. Basically making it at a 40% rate in 3 out of his last 5 games. He went cold in his last game, but what you've also seen from Brunson, he typically bounces back in the 3-point category really fast here. So he's gone for 2 or more in 4 of his last 5 games now. Brunson should be seeing good usage here in a faster paced game against the Bulls. We have this one projected as a strong over. I have him projected for just right around 2 3-pointers. So the fact we're getting a 1.5 line here, I think this makes a really good over target here. Jalen Brunson, good spot, really good matchup for this prop, and just a player who's going to be out there and should be bouncing back in this category. Again, he only took 3 3-point attempts in his last game, but he has been typically around the 5 or 6 mark. I think if he gets to 5 or 6 threes, he probably goes over this. So Jalen Brunson over 1.5 threes. We're going to go back to the unders here for our third pick. I'm going to target Scottie Barnes of the Toronto Raptors. Again, a lot of good defensive teams on this slate. I think kind of a theme here tonight. The under's a little bit more, I think, just projecting strongly for us. And Scottie Barnes no different, going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the better defensive teams in the league. Bit of a slower paced team as well. Raptors only with a 105 implied team total. And the thing about Barnes is, as the Raptors have gotten healthy and they've got guys like Van Vliet back in the lineup, we have seen his minutes go down. And that's a big concern for Scottie Barnes. He had a couple big games there, but he was playing 39, 40 minutes a night. He's down to about 27 minutes average over his last two starts here. The points have really dried up. Now, I'm not expecting him to score 2 points again like he did in his last game, but I'm also not expecting him to have a big point production here either. So 13.5 points. We have this projected as more of an under than an over. It looks like a small total because of what he did like a couple weeks ago. But again, different circumstances, different rotation for Toronto, and also just different matchups. I think this is a good total to go under on 13.5 points. I don't think Barnes' minutes are going to spike. It's a really tough matchup against the Cavaliers. So going to just stay in line with the projections here on Scottie Barnes and go under 13.5 points. We're going to end with one more under as well. Like I said, kind of the theme of the slate here for No Advantage, at least for their versus the house contest. A lot of these projections just seems like a tad inflated to me tonight. And Damian Lillard, no different. This one's probably my favorite play of all the ones we've talked about so far. But Damian Lillard with a 29.5 point prop here on No House Advantage for the versus the house contest. He hasn't gone over this in 4 straight games now. And he's also got a matchup with Denver here that I mean, I don't really like it, quite frankly. I think the guards for Denver kind of tough. So Lillard, in a spot, maybe this game gets a little bit fast paced. It does have a 233 total, but I think it's a bit of a tougher matchup for Lillard. He really hasn't been scoring at will here. He had that nice little stretch a while back, but maybe just a little bit of fatigue here before Christmas hitting the veteran. I don't know, but he's certainly cooled off from a point perspective over the last few games. I don't necessarily love this matchup with Denver for him. And I just think his point total is inflated. And again, the projections here agree with me for sure. Lillard was kind of popping as one of our top 10 plays towards the underside. And I want to roll with it. I think it's a good one, 29.5 points for Lillard. Asking him to score 30 points, he may get in one of those grooves again, but I don't want to guess when it's going to happen. And I think Denver's a good enough defensive team, especially at the guards, to hold him back. So that's going to be our last one there. I'm going to do a quick recap here, guys. Chris Paul, under 17.5 points. We're going to go Jalen Brunson, over 1.5 threes. We're going to go Scottie Barnes, under 13.5 points, and Damian Lillard, under 29.5 points as well. Those are going to be our 4 props for No House Advantage today for the versus the house contest. Again, a little bit more of a defensive slate kind of shaping up here. Some good under opportunities, especially the projections definitely agreeing with us there. You can use promo code Stochastic if you're new to No House Advantage to sign up there. $100 match deposit bonus now when you use promo code Stochastic for No House Advantage. Definitely recommend getting that right now. Christmas here, good time to get that bonus in. And, you can also check out free projections on Stochastic.com as well. Smash that like button on the OddsShopper YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, do it. Most importantly, have yourselves a great slate of NBA action. My name is Jeff Ulrich, and we'll talk to you again soon.